Welcome, Faith Free family. It's great to be back with you. I hope that you're having a great start to your week. Thank you. I just want to thank you for joining in each day, and hopefully that I can stay connected in a small way with you. As was mentioned in Sunday services, we're excited. On the horizon is a chance for us, the congregation, to get back together to worship, and that'll be the 31st. And so we're looking forward to that. Just want to assure you we're taking all the precautions we can to just be ready and be safe as we get back together corporately. I just would like to encourage you, if you're fearful or certainly sick, we hope that you won't come until you're really comfortable coming and you feel well. We really want people who come to feel real freedom to worship. And so just be careful. And again, if there's any way you're fearful, we understand, we get it. And we just want to make sure that you're comfortable coming. But be assured we're going to do all we can to make sure that this building is clean, safe, and there's some protocols in place. Also, our small group, if you have a small group, 10 or under, the building's available now to use. We just ask you to schedule ahead of time. And we want to walk through some protocols with you as well. And so we're excited about getting back together. That's going to be great. And so I trust that you're excited as well with that. Also want you to be aware, Sharon Wondrow's done a lot of work on our website, and there's a resource link there. And that's going to be slowly being upgraded with more information as we move on. So you might want to check out the church website and the resource link if you want to find more resources to help you grow. We talked last week, actually, the whole week, about the first challenge we faced with this pandemic and the restrictions that's challenged us as to how to handle stress. I'd like to talk about another issue. And this issue might be one that you're not as free to discuss with people. It's a difficult one. Perhaps it's one of the most desolate words in the English language. Loneliness. How do we face loneliness? We've heard it. We've heard the creak of a porch swing, or we stood at the phone in silence. We've known maybe loneliness at different times in our life. So did the Apostle Paul. I'm going to read a passage for you. Please note the tone of the passage. I'm going to read out of 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 9 through 22. Paul writes, "Make every effort to come to me soon, for Demas, having loved this present world, has deserted me. Gone to Thessalonica. Crescens has gone to Galatia. Titus to Dalmatia. Only Luke is with me. Pick up Mark and bring him with you, for he is useful to me for service. But Tychicus I've sent to Ephesus. And when you come, bring the cloak which I left at Troas with Carpus, and the books, especially the parchments. Alexander the coppersmith did me much harm. The Lord will repay him according to his deeds. Be on your guard against him yourself, for he vigorously opposed our teaching. And at my first offense, no one supported me, but they all deserted me. May it not be counted against them. But the Lord stood with me and strengthened me, so that through me the proclamation might be fully accomplished, and that all the Gentiles might hear, and I was rescued out of the lion's mouth. The Lord will rescue me from every evil deed and will bring me safely to his heavenly kingdom. To him be the glory forever and ever. Amen. Greet Prisca and Aquila and the household of Onesiphorus. Erastus remained at Corinth, but Trophimus I left sick at Miletus. Make every effort to come before winter. Eubulus greets you, also Pudens and Linus and Claudia and all the brethren. The Lord be with your spirit. Grace be with you." Notice the tone. There's some phrases in there that were very revealing. Paul faced loneliness. Loneliness, writes Charles Durham, is a painful state of mind and a feeling deep in the pit of your stomach. It may be mildly irritating or totally incapacitating. The dictionary defines the word loneliness as being without company. It's being omitted or distant from any companionship. Loneliness is painful awareness that one has a lack of meaningful contact with other people. And that might be what you're feeling. Phone calls are great. But let's be honest, they're not face to face. And there is a sense we can still feel distant, even on a phone. The problem of loneliness, as Peter Tchaikovsky knew what loneliness is about, this composer wrote the following words in a minor key. None but the lonely heart can feel my anguish. Not the truth. There's simply no anguish like the anguish of loneliness. Ask the inmate in prison, the spouse whose partner pushes her away or him away, the uniformed soldier thousands of miles away from home, the divorcee now in a small apartment, one who just buried his or her life companion, a couple whose arms ached for the child that was recently taken, a single career-minded person who now prepares a place for them in a lonely situation, a young lady experiencing a shattered romance, a teen moving to a strange place with complete strangers. Loneliness. One survey revealed 1 out of every 4 respondents said they've been lonely within the preceding few weeks. 1 out of 9 have admitted severe loneliness in the week immediately past. Loneliness, it's not the absence of faces, it's the absence of intimacy. Loneliness does not come necessarily from being alone, it comes from feeling alone. Feeling as if you're facing life alone, facing death alone, facing disease alone, facing the future alone. Loneliness. And I hope that you'll tune in rest of this week as we look at how you and I can face this challenge, this hurdle called loneliness. Thanks for joining in. I hope you have a great day. God bless.